guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is on this look that I'm wearing here. It is my first official fall makeup look, but I wanted it to still be very casual, very everyday. So I went with this kind of monochromatic mauve-y look. So I really like the way it turned out. And if you guys want to see how I got it, then just keep watching. Okay, so to start today's look, we're actually gonna skip foundation. But before I forget, what I put on my lips today to moisturize, which I really love, this is the Laneige Lip Sleeping Mask. It looks like that. And there we go. And it's kind of, it's like this pink, goopy, like formula. There you go. It's super nice. And it smells like the pink Starburst. It's really good. Okay, so I'm going to skip foundation, but I'm still going to go in with primer. I'm going to use the Becca Backlight Priming Filter just to get a little bit of luminosity on my face. I'm like really excited to film today's video. I don't know why. I think I'm just excited to do makeup. I haven't worn it in like... Actually, I don't think I've worn it since I filmed my last video. So yeah, today is my day off. I think I'm just gonna go run some errands today, maybe get some coffee. Nothing too special. And then I'm gonna use the Porefessional for my nose, just to help with some of that shine. And then I'm going to go in with this L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow Concealer. This is in the shade 07 Creme Cafe. So it looks like this. There we go. And this is going to act as my like foundation cover up. So my face is like legit a hot darn mess. Like it's bad. Like I'm breaking out literally everywhere, but I just don't feel like wearing foundation. So I'm just gonna use this to kind of cover up. I need to pluck my eyebrows, my face is breaking out, but whatever, it's real life. And this is kind of what I want this to be. I kind of want this to be like an everyday, just an everyday fall makeup look. And then just so I can brighten up a little bit, I'm going to go in with my Glossier concealer in the shade 30 Dark. Looks like that. I'm just going to use the pointy end of my Real Technique sponge and then stamp some underneath. So it's just going to help brighten up your eyes a little bit. So I'm going to go in with powder. I'm going to use two different powders, which is extra. You don't have to do that. For under my eyes, I'm going to use, like normal, the RCMA, the No Color Powder. I'm going to use, again, like normal, the Wayne Goss 02 brush. And I'm just going to set, my, like around my eyes with this powder. And then for the rest of my face, I'm going to go in with the Lancome Absolue powder. Looks like that. And this is in the shade Absolute Ecru, I think is how you say it, medium. So it looks like that. And this is a little bit, so you can kind of see, it's kind of like a, it has more of a tanny shade. Let me see if I can kind of swatch it for you guys. So it's kind of, it has a little bit of like an orangey, like browny orangey shade. So I didn't want to use it right under my eyes just because I want to kind of maintain that brightness. But for the rest of my face, I think this is perfect. So I'm going to use the IT Cosmetics. This is the Heavenly Luxe powder, fluffy powder brush. So I'm just going to go in and just kind of stamp that around, mainly the outer portions of my face. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and move on to the eyes. Today I'm going to be using the Jaclyn Hill palette again. This palette has amazing colors for the fall, like really, really, really good colors. So all of these colors, like over here, like this whole line right there, and even some like of the orange, it's just really good. These colors are great. I'm not going to do anything too crazy because again, I want to keep this like very everyday, something simple. So I'm going to go in, I'm going to start with this color here, this one right there. And I'm going to take this on the, I think mine's worn off. It's the It Cosmetic brush. I love this brush. It's super fluffy. I think it's called N105. Yeah, it's the N105. You can get it at Ulta. So I'm going to go in with that first color. And I really want to do just a light wash all over the lid. And I want to start with very little. You can always build more, but if you put too much on, it's harder to take it off. So I just want to do a very, very light wash of color. And I'm just going back and forth, buffing this all over the lid. And you can actually not just kind of in that crease area, but once you get the majority of your product kind of here-ish, you can kind of buff down onto the actual lid and just kind of buff around. Okay, and then once you're done with that first color, you can honestly stop here. I mean, I think this would be fine. It's just a light wash of color over the entire lid. So you could stop here if you want, just finish with like some eyeliner or mascara, but I'm gonna do one more color. So I'm gonna take the Hakuhodo J, I think this is a 5523. Yes, it looks like that. And it's pinched, so it's perfect to kind of like get in there. I'm gonna go in with this color here. And this is just it's not the darkest shade, but it's definitely darker than the one that we just used. So I'm gonna go in and I'm just going to start packing this where I want it, which is right here. I want to keep it low, kind of right under like the crease line, maybe a smidge on it, but kind of low. So I'm going to pack as much as I want on there, and then I'll blend out. Okay, so I've packed everything on there. So now I'm going to go in with the same exact brush, but it's just a different brush, and kind of buff that out. Just so it's not as harsh. Okay, so now I'm gonna basically repeat the same thing that I did on the bottom. On the top, I'm gonna do it to the bottom. So I'm gonna start with the flat definer, the E15. This is from Sigma. It's super skinny. So I'm gonna start backwards. So I'm gonna use the darker color first. I'm just going to stamp. Actually, I need a mirror. Let's see, closer mirror. So I'm just gonna stamp right underneath the eyelash hairs. Okay, and then once I get that first initial line of color, I'm gonna switch brushes. This is the Makeup Forever, the 216. This is my favorite pencil brush. And I'm gonna go in with the lighter color and then really just kind of buff out that, that under eye. so that's pretty much all we're gonna do for the eyes. Well, I'll add some mascara and maybe eyeliner, but as far as eyeshadow, good to go. So now I'm gonna switch over to my nose. I'm gonna use the Smashbox. This is the shade Suntan Matte. And I'm just gonna contour my nose. Now I'm switching bronzers. I'm gonna use this is actually a powder. It's the Becca Multitasking Perfecting Powder. And this is in the shade Warm Honey. So it looks like this. And then I'm gonna take this on the NARS, the ITA brush. Super thin like that. So I wanna use this to contour with. So I'm just gonna stamp this right under the cheekbone and then slightly blend up. And then to balance out my face, I don't want to do like too bronzy of a look because we're kind of leaving the summer. Not kind of, we are leaving summer. But I do want to add a little bit more dimension. So I'm going to use the Morphe, the R10, and I just picked up a little bit more bronzer. And I'm just going to kind of stamp that right around the forehead. My forehead is naturally darker than the rest of my face anyways. I think most people, that's the case, but so I'm just gonna buff a little bit of bronzer up here just to kind of even out that color, and then again add a little bit more dimension on the forehead. And then same thing, I'm gonna take some underneath the chin and the jawline as well and kind of blend that down the neck. Okay, so for blush, I'm gonna go ahead and use a MAC blush today. This is in the shade Gingerly. It's kind of like a neutral, I don't know, it's like a neutrally color. I like it because I don't want it to conflict too much with my eyes. So I'm taking this on my Sigma F10 and I'm just gonna put some of this on my cheeks. Okay, so I went ahead and did my eyebrows. I did it with Precisely My Brow Pencil from Benefit. And then I also did mascara. As always, I did the Perricone MD No Mascara on my upper eyelashes, and then the MAC Extended Play Gigablack Lash on the bottom. So now I'm gonna go ahead and spray my face really fast. This is the Morphe Continuous Mist Setting Spray. So I'm gonna do that. And then I'm gonna go in with the Givenchy Mr. Brow Groom. I love this stuff. And I'm gonna go ahead and set my brows. Okay, so we are almost done. The last thing is the lips. I already took off the lip mask I had on. So I have two options here for lips. One is high-end and the other is drugstore. So, and they're pretty similar. So this is the Marc Jacobs Kiss Kiss Bang Bang in the shade 216. So this is a little baby one that I have, but I will swatch it for you guys. So that is the color right there. It's like a pinky mauvey purpley color. I think it's really, really pretty. So this one's Marc Jacobs. And then the one that I think is a pretty good dupe is the Revlon Colorburst Matte Balm lip pencil, and it's shade 225 Sultry. It looks like that. So there we go. And then we'll swatch this one as well. And that's that one. So this one is the Revlon one. And then the Marc Jacobs one is that one right there. So they're really freaking similar. And actually I kind of, for this look, I'm kind of preferring the Revlon one. So I'm gonna apply this. Okay guys, so that wraps up today's look. I hope you like it. If you did, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe, hit the bell notification, and I'll see you next time. Bye guys.